Hello, I'm Michelle Howe, and thank you for being here. I come on every week and I share a few things about wisdom, life, emotions, healing, empathy, um, all of the above in some way. My topics are always a little bit more soft skills. Soft skills, soft skills, awareness, energetic sensitivity, healing, emotional empowerment. Those are my topics. So one of the videos I wanted to create, one of the topics I think is really important is around the question of whether someone can use your emotions against you. Now, emotions, energy in motion, the emotions that rise up within us, right? Some of them are joyful, happy, uplifted, engaged, curious, right? Other emotions look like disdain, resentment, anger, frustration. There's a different quality to each emotion that we express. One expands us and we feel joyful and happy and animated, right? Animated in a positive way. People love listening, we're playing, we're happy, right? And the other one is heavy, sullen, static, right? I'm trying to describe what comes with emotions. All right. And emotions technically are related to something that happened. They come, they go, they come, they go. But then we have more mental related, anxiety, frustration. It can stay with you. I wake up, frustration kind of comes and goes as well. But anxiety is one of those things. Nervous, right? I got nervous energy in me. I've got anxious. I'm confused. It's more like a mental state of being, but we can kind of get it confused with emotions, right? Regardless whether it's coming from a mental layer or an emotion, it's impacting us. We like it or we don't like it, right? It's impacting us. It's how we show up every day. We can't just, focus and write something really clear when we're nervous. It can interfere with our capacity to communicate with another person because our nervous system is activated, right? Or we're too emotional, So emotions and mental, unless they're balanced, unless you've learned how to manage your emotions instead of hiding them, instead of denying them, instead of rejecting them, instead of hiding them, right? They come in and they impact how you show up. They can interfere with you doing your job, interfere with a clear mind, interfere with a relationship, interfere. So the bottom line for all of us is, of course, we want to show up every day and do the best work, feel the best. What's feeling the best mean? I'm clear-minded. My emotions are stable. I'm not emotional. I'm clear-minded. Some people like to live at the high end of emotions, right? I need to live up here, joyful, happy, blah, 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 right? And other people are like, that's not really real. The world is this, and this, and this, and this, and I'm just, the emotional state is down. So what I tell everyone is you want to really kind of be at a certain balance point. You don't want to stream up and then drop down. You want to be able to stay at a certain point all the time as your set point emotionally, mentally, right? And when you don't, and when something is off, you're going to look for a solution to it. Now, I have some solutions, but they're not necessarily what other people consider solutions to mental and emotional For me, it's about awareness. It's about on your own finding that set point within you and being able to hold it, being able to be that all day long. And there's a certain set amount of things you'll do. There's a certain amount of things you need to be aware of that deplete you, that negatively impact you emotionally. And you move into that. You move into awareness on what that is for you, because it will differ from person to person to person. So the question was, can someone use your emotions against you? So yes. And it's done very, I don't want to say connivingly. It was done in a very underhanded way. So when another person, the peanut gallery around you, oh, you're always this way. Oh, you're always that way. Oh, here you go again. Oh, I wish one of these days you would get this right. Like, this is negativity embodied in another person near you. And they are making you the center of the problem. You, your emotions, your thoughts, your inability, your accent, like nothing is there to own. The dialogue, the interaction is always about you and what you did right, what you did wrong, what you can't do, what you refuse to do, what you're choosing to do that's not the right thing. So you've got to be really mindful. Oh, here you go again. All these moods that you have really upset me every day. Like, it's an attack, my friend. It's an attack on you. And they're hitting you below the belt, literally and figuratively, because they're making you insecure over who you are. They're sending out to you, it's like a radio broadcast. I'm sending out to you that there's something wrong with you. And why did you, like, questioning you. And they're on you in that way. And what happens when we're questioned? What happens when someone points out our insecurities or our flaws? What happens when we're put on stage and the way that we are is psychoanalyzed, scrutinized, judged in some way? Who decided that anyone that I was supposed to be or you were supposed to be up there being judged? None of us need to be psychoanalyzed or judged. Those two terms, those two approaches in and of itself is going to create a lot of negative projection on you. So you have to be more than careful who you allow in your life, because they can use that. The door is open, they're coming right in. They could use that relationship and cause all kinds of havoc within you. Just because they can. They're in your house. They can absolutely point out all the things that are not right in this house, all the things that need to be redone, all the things that are screwed up, all the things that they like, and all the things that they absolutely do not like, right? So honestly, you need to be careful who you let in. That's the number one thing. And the number two thing is, when you see this being microanalyzed, psychoanalyzed, overanalyzed type of thing going on, you got to know that the other person is up to something very negative. They are focused, hyper-focused on you. They're analyzing you. Are you the guinea pig? Why is that happening? So whenever I see someone that is always projecting out at other people did this, other people did that, other people, you did, you, I know innately there's something off within them, and they are not doing anything kind or nice to another person. They're blaming. They're in a blaming mode. They want to diminish who somebody else is, what somebody else does, so they can feel better about themselves. So when you see that tendency, and if you see it within yourself, and I'm always looking out and pointing the finger at what everybody else is and how everything else is not right in some way. No, 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 no. Stop, put an end to that, come back to you. Who are you? What are you about? What do you need to focus on for yourself instead of focusing on what everybody else needs to do, right? So, and if you've got a person in your life that's doing that to you, you've given them permission along the way. You need to step back and away. Stop engaging them. Change the script. Don't react. When they speak something to you, stay calm. Just say, listen, that's not really, let's change the subject here. What are we doing for this? What do we change the subject? Redirect the conversation. And if it keeps coming back, listen, you put your foot down. You say, nope, this topic is not about me. We're not having a conversation about me. This is my life. Do you have something positive to say, or is something always negative here? What's actually happening between us? How is this constructive? And remember too, friendships, marriages, partnerships, whatever the heck you want to call what we engage with one another, when any side leaves feeling shamed or wrong, it's a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose relationship for both people. It's one of those relationships that won't last very long because there's not any amount of money you can pay me, or you could pay yourself to stay in a relationship that's toxic to you. In whether it's professional or personal, toxic doesn't work. And at some point, it's going to end. So recognizing it earlier will help you in the long run. All right, I said a lot of things here. Now, if you're on YouTube, leave a comment. If you're on Facebook, leave a comment. Like my station on like my things. Follow this stuff because I'm planning to share a lot more with you. And I'd like you to take what I just said and recap what you learned from this teaching. What did you learn? What resonated with you? And how are you going to use it? In that process, you solidify the knowledge. You're writing it. You're repeating it in your mind. You're writing it down. You're going to do something with it. All right? So it's for all of us to take that extra step. I know I'm always writing. When things are important, little things, I'm always writing. And it helps me process and remember things. So I hope this was useful to you. I want to tell you guys that I am doing master classes every so often. So look up Empath Evolution, and in the front page I typically have when the next ones have coming. There's one coming on March 20th called Energetic Awareness. I have to think about it. Energetic awareness. We look into the things that we need to know, the unseen things that we need to understand and manage around us, so they stop negatively impacting us, so we stop feeling drained at the end of the day. What are these things that are happening? What things do we need to know about? If you're an empath, you're absolutely going to want to be there. If you're a heart-centered person who's looking at understanding themselves and the world around them in a better way, also, you're invited. This is perfectly appropriate for you as well. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope this was helpful to you. Take it easy.